Mr. P. It's tea time with 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 Mr. P.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of Tea Time with Mr. P, with our special guest, Mr. Dale Calhoun. Before we start, I'd like to recognize we're on the traditional territory of the Secwepemc people, where we made the video and did our performance, which we'll share with you later. So first of all, welcome Mr. Calhoun to the show.
Well, thank you for choosing me. I feel thrilled.
Yeah, it's been a while since we did from the first episode because lots has happened, which has sort of gotten in the way. But one idea I had, we have some musicians, and Mr. Calhoun's one of them. And so I had an idea and asked him about, think about maybe doing one of these episodes. So he came up with a great idea, which we'll get into. But first, we're going to get to know Mr. Calhoun a little bit. And I'll share my screen here.
Oh my, a fireside chat. Oh, the hot seat. Okay. I wasn't really prepared for a hot seat, but.
Thanks.
There we go.
One of the purposes of doing this, we really want to connect with our community and get to know staff. So the hot seat is very similar to the 20 questions, but there'll be more about getting to know you, and because you're a musician, some questions about your love of music. So first of all, where you're originally from?
Well, I was born in Vancouver, East Vancouver. Lived there till I was about 10, and ended up in a little town called Burns Lake in northern BC, and that's where I grew up. I lived there until I got married, and moved to Kamloops. Gosh, it's probably been 1990, so 30 years. Hard to believe. Yeah.
Wow. And how long have you been at A.E. Perry?
Well, that's a good question. I think about around 10 years. I kind of quit counting. I think it's 10 or 11 years.
Yeah. As not that you're close to retirement or anything, but during this time.
Well, actually, I am, but.
Yeah. What will you remember about A.E. Perry?
Well, there's a lot of things to remember. It's all about this. It's all about the students and the staff. And we've had, you have great memories every year of the class that you have, and you like to hope that you're making a small impression on your students. So I kind of look at teaching as a long game. It's the benefit is, you have to love teaching to do it, but it's when you can walk down the street and see a student that you haven't seen for 10 years and they still remember you. And the hard part is that you sometimes don't remember them because they were 8 years old when you saw them and now they're 20, right? But it's that and the staff. The staff here is second to none. So I like this atmosphere. I like dealing with people. It's not about working in a new school or anything like that. It's the dynamics of the staff. And I think we've got the staff has changed somewhat over the years I've been here, but I feel like we have a really cohesive staff and we work together for the students. So that's what I like about it.
Yeah. This is my 5th year here, and never have I felt that as I do now, especially during this time. And our staff has really come together, which I hope that really shows through during our performance because we had a really good time. Yeah. Okay, here's some music questions. Favorite song to play on the guitar?
Electric or acoustic?
You choose.
Well, I would say, I started playing guitar when I was about 18 or 19. And I heard a Led Zeppelin song called Whole Lotta Love. And that kind of hooked me. And so I had a burning desire to learn the electric guitar. And, it's a slow process, but favorite song on the guitar to play, probably Reelin' in the Years by Steely Dan. Used to play it in a band, and it's a 2-part guitar solo, and yeah, it kind of gets the hair on the back of your head standing up. Playing the acoustic guitar, I would say my favorite song to play on the guitar is I really like, used to play in a duo, and we do an Eva Cassidy version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And it's a really intricate song. It's very different from the original, but I love that song. And I love that version, and it's challenging to play, but it's, that would be one of my favorites, yeah.
Awesome, I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, check it out.
3 best guitarists ever. What's your top 3?
Stevie Ray Vaughan. There's so many good guitar players. I wasn't expecting this question. Stevie Ray Vaughan would be my all-time absolute favorite blues guitarist. Who else would I choose? Gosh, that's a tough question. There's so many, I like Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. To me, it's not about being the fastest guitar player. It's about playing with feel. And so I would say, if I had to choose, I would choose, the last one would be David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. He's the kind of guitar player that, he just sends shivers up and down my spine when I hear those people.
Awesome. Best performance you've seen live?
Best performance I've seen live. Well, I would say probably saw a Blue Rodeo concert here, probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
We had front row seats, and a smaller venue, and I love all their music. So I would say, yeah. I mean, I've been to lots of these big outdoor concerts, but you're more there for the atmosphere. But in terms of a musical performance, I remember. I'll always remember that one.
Yeah, cool. I only know one Blue Rodeo album, which I played a lot in my university days, and had Try.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That album, awesome. Well, we'll transition into the performance our staff did, and it sort of evolved as we really wanted to thank, because the students are coming back, we really wanted to thank them and the families for being heroes. There's lots of stuff about frontline workers and teachers, but really, young people are having to go through a lot, and sometimes we don't hear that much about them. But Dale, you want to talk at all about how this all came about, the process and what we did?
Yeah, sure. So as you know, Mr. Patterson has started Tea Time with Mr. P, and he's looking for new and innovative things to do. And so he brought up the idea of doing a song. And of course, that was an easy sell for me because I love music. So thought about, well, what can we do as a staff that everybody could do, and a song that everybody would kind of know, and most importantly, a song that's, to me, is kind of inspirational and it's going to have a message to it. So came up with doing the song "Lean on Me," and it's more like an anthem almost. It's like, most people know it, and I just love the message on it. If you're in trouble, there's people that you can count on. So we just want our families and students to know that you can lean on us if you're having troubles. We're here for you, and that's kind of the message that we want everybody to take away from this. And it was a lot of fun. I asked for volunteers, and I said I would give them a one-off lesson on the ukulele. And so I had lots of volunteers. So they came to my class, and I gave them a quick lesson on how to play the song. They went home and practiced on the weekend, and we just recorded it on Monday. And the song that you're going to hear it's a live take. We practiced a couple times, and Paul did the recording, did a great job, and we just did it. And I think it sounds great. I think you're going to love it.
Yeah, I was sure, I don't want to say unexpected, but people were nervous to volunteer, and I think everyone showed up. And when we were all singing together, it was a real feel-good moment for sure. It really brought our staff together. So we're really happy to share this video with our A.E. Perry family. And like Mr. Cal had said, you know, you can lean on us as a community and a school, and you know, we're going to get through this and come out the other end even better. So
Yeah.
without further ado, thanks, Mr. Calhood, for helping us out and organizing this. And here's our performance of Lean On Me by the A.E. Perry staff.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Mr. Calhood.
Thanks for having me on.
All right.